Going on, guys? It's your boy Mazdaspeed coming at y'all from the NYC area. Here's a quick overview on 06 Mazdaspeed 6. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so start off with the engine here. The engine is a 2.3 liter turbocharged engine. You have a full race exhaust manifold, stock flange, going to a B&R S4 turbo, version 1. There's about 3 versions of them now. So hard to see it down there, you know, but it's there. eBay catalyst downpipe. Best bang for your buck, baby. That goes down to a Cork Sport 3-inch catback exhaust system, Cork Sport front mount intercooler system. As you can see, the piping is going down there. HTP 3.5-inch intake, very solid piece, very well made. Optima red top battery. This is very important for this setup, for my setup specifically, because the 3.5-inch intake is, since it's bigger, a regular stock battery wouldn't fit in its place. So the Optima is the perfect size for the battery to go inside without either having to get a 51R battery or relocating the battery to the trunk. Neither that I wanted to do. So this was perfect. So for those of you guys that want to keep your stock battery location and keep a stock size battery, go with the Optima red top. Here goes the Turbo Smart bypass valve 50/50. Very good piece. I like this. I came from a Forge originally, which was good. And I had an HKS, you know, the popular one, the SSQV, whatever they call it. But I think I like this the most thus far out of all the blow-off valves that I've had. You have a stock intake manifold, slightly modified, nothing too crazy, just poured it out a little bit, remove the intake butterflies. How much horsepower difference does it make? I couldn't tell you. I never did a before and after, so honestly, it's all hearsay, but it's done. Inside, you have Cork Sport injector seals to keep those injectors happy and not leaking and everything running nice and good. You have Autotech fuel pump internals. Keep that fuel happy, keep that fuel pressure up. That is definitely one of the most important modifications you're going to have to make when you get these cars. This is a breather cap from Speed Performance. This helps ventilate that crankcase pressure that some people might experience. Sometimes I remember my dip flip went flying out one time. So I got this coupled with a Damon Motorsports oil catch can. I don't know if you can see it all the way. It's like right there. So that definitely helps alleviate some of that crankcase pressure. Damon Motorsports passenger motor mount. Probably the best passenger motor mount in the business. And then I have a JBR rear motor mount. That is probably the first modification that I made to this car, is that JBR rear motor mount. But it's still working, it's still good. No complaints about it. The clutch and flywheel is a stock clutch, slightly modified by Falcon Clutch out in Long Island. It's an increase in the clamping force on the pressure plate. So it's about, from what he said, about 50% increased clamping force. So, and the flywheel is a Fidanza 11-pound lightweight flywheel. So basically it's a stock pedal feel, stock clutch feel, you know, just, you know, slightly better. So anybody that's, you know, looking for that, you let me know and I'll direct you to the right place. I believe that is it for the engine modification thus far. It's pretty simple setup. Oh, most important thing, the motor itself is a built bottom end by Speed Performance out in New Jersey. Manly rods, Mahle pistons. Very nice, simple setup. It's not a setup for huge horsepower that I made it for. It's just to keep the motor peace of mind, so I could drive it around, spirited driving what I do, you know, so I'll keep it safe, you know, with no worries. Cross your fingers, hopefully, but you never know, right? So now let's walk around here. Wheels, tires, suspension, braking. So these are NK TS9 wheels, 18 by 8.5 with a plus 35 offset, wrapped in some Sumitomo HTR Z3s, 235 40 18 with tire size. Very good tire, decent summer setup, you know, if you want something affordable, but yeah, good. You look at the calipers now, those are not stock calipers. Those are actually Mitsubishi Evo Brimbos and rotors, the calipers and rotors. It is a semi-direct swap with slight modification. I'll go over that in another video. There's certain things that you have to do to make it work. So I'll definitely go over that in another video. I'm sure people want to see that. Suspension is Sonic tuning coilovers. I believe these are the version 2s. Pretty decent coilovers. They were allegedly at one time made for the Mazdaspeed 6, but they've been working okay so far. I may upgrade to maybe a set of Fortunato 500s. So yeah, so in the rear it's the same thing, but I have a white line rear sway bar and the Shore Motorsports rear differential mount and rear front differential mount. So keep that rear end diff happy. I'll go over that when I go over another video later on about things that you should do to Mazdaspeed 6. We'll go over that. So let's go on to the interior. On to the interior now. First off, this nice steering wheel modified from Reggie Customs, this guy in Poland. Very nice, well crafted. Takes about maybe a month after you order for it to come through. A JBR shift knob. I love this shift knob. Cylindrical. Very good piece. The creme de la creme right here. Look at that. The Cobb access port V2. This is like the T-Rex of Cobb access ports, but it works, man. So can't go wrong with this, man. Mazdaspeed 3 2008.5 Gen 1 seats. I love the Alcantara in the middle. Leather on the outside. See it's ripping a little bit here. Very comfortable. Much better than the stock Speed 6 leather seats. You don't slide around and such. And it got some better bolstering. Another swap that's pretty much direct bolting with a few slight modifications. So I'll go over that. That's pretty much it for the interior. Like anything different from the average Speed 6. So this is a 2006 Mazdaspeed 6. 2.3 liter turbocharged engine, 6-speed manual transmission, all-wheel drive. I had this car since 2011, so 9 years. This car was only made for 2 years, from 2005 to 2007. So it's a very niche platform, but this was the pioneer for future Mazdaspeed and future Mazda models such as the CX-7, the Mazdaspeed 3, both generations. You know, so I believe they prototyped this motor in this car and the all-wheel drive system, and you know, to see how it works out. So it was only 2 years it was made, so not a lot of people know about it, but I feel it's starting to catch on a little bit more because the prices are going down, and you know, people will see, especially this car, the turbocharged all-wheel drive. People see the 3 with the front-wheel drive and the turbo, so they're starting to catch on now. They're really great cars, real tunable, and you know, as long as you understand the car, understand its limits, you know, you'll have a good time with it. In future videos, I'll go over different aspects of the cars, things about them, you know, and such. But this video will just tell you a little bit about my car, what's done to it, and you know, a little bit about me, Devil Speed. So, get back at your boy when you get a chance. Later.
No.